This 2007 Chrysler Sebring hasn't been cleaned for years. The stains inside are absolutely disgusting, and every square inch of the interior needs to be deep cleaned. Buckle up as I work to take this car from a gross mess to something the new owner will actually be proud to own, even if it is a Chrysler. Alright guys, well, getting started on the car now, and thankfully the exterior here really isn't in bad shape. There's a bit of dirt here and there, so the pre-wash rinse should be pretty quick today, which is a good thing since there's a ton of work for me inside the car. Now as I spray out the wheel well here, you'll notice that trim piece that's hanging down from the car. Well, there's a bit of a story behind that. The new owner recently bought the car and obviously wanted to get it detailed. Only problem is the power steering doesn't work, and he figured it was easiest to just trailer the car out to me. Problem was that when he dropped it off, it was really dark out and his one ramp must not have been perfectly aligned, and the car kind of fell off the ramp as he was backing it off the trailer. Overall, not a huge deal as it's clearly rusted out anyways, and he does plan to do some body work on the car, but honestly I'm just glad that it wasn't worse than this because it easily could have been. Okay, now to get these grungy old wheels cleaned up, my wheel and tire cleaner will be called into action here along with a variety of brushes, all of which you can find right now over at detailgeekautocare.com on sale for our huge Black Friday sale. That's right, it's the biggest sale of the year and the entire site is on sale. Get your holiday shopping done early and earn some reward points for yourself while you do that you can use to get free stuff later. It's a win-win. Gifts for them, points for you. detailgeekautocare.com. Moving to the interior now, and after unbolting the seats and undoing the electrical connections underneath, I'll carefully get them removed from the car, and as you might expect, there's even more of a mess under them to deal with, along with a rusty hatchet, because why not? Now as I work on vacuuming the carpet here, you might be thinking to yourself, yikes, those are some serious stains, they probably aren't coming out. And to be honest, you might be right about that. I'm very confident in my products and the process I follow, but every now and then I'll run into a vehicle where things are just too far gone to be saved completely. That being said though, I am still expecting to make a good dent in the carpets and get them looking presentable, but thinking they're going to look brand new again would be foolish. Moving up to the driver's footwell now, and because I continually get questions about the equipment and products that I use in my videos, I wanted to quickly remind you guys that if you've ever been curious about my setup or what the rest of the shop here looks like, well, I did an entire studio tour video a couple years back when I moved out here. Just search up Detail Geek Studio Tour and you'll find it. I went through everything here in detail, including all my equipment like my vacuum and pressure washer, as well as all of the finishing choices I went with in here like the floor, the walls, the lights, basically every single detail of the space, so I'd recommend watching that video if you're at all curious about my setup. Alright, well as I get to work on these heavily stained seats with my carpet cleaner and drill brush combo, I went ahead and grabbed a fresh drill brush to ensure that I had as much bite as possible for these stains. Agitation is just as important as the carpet cleaner is, so with a new drill brush, I'll have the best chance possible of getting all these stains loosened up so they can be sucked away by my mighty extractor. Moving down to the carpets now, and like I mentioned earlier, after having dealt with carpets like this so many times before, I have to be realistic about how good I can get them looking. As much as I'd love for them to come out absolutely perfect, these stains have likely been here for many, many years, and sometimes there's only so much you can do, especially with rust stains. Of course, I'll still be doing everything I can to make them look as good as possible. Working my way around the carpets, and so far, I'd say they've turned out pretty good considering what I've been dealing with. Light colored carpets are a heck of a lot harder to get looking perfect, since you can see every little spot, like the rust spots in this section here. As far as knowing when to stop extracting and move on to the next section though, well, it's essentially when the water coming through the extractor runs clear, though experience does also play a part in the decision as well. Here's the bucket full of nasty and smelly water pulled out of the Sebring today. Gross. Moving inside the car with my APC and steamer, and to give you what little background I have on the car, well, the new owner just picked up the car for pretty cheap, obviously, but as for his plans, I do know he intends to fix up a few things on it, though I have no clue whether he's going to keep it or maybe even just flip it for a few bucks. Depending on what he paid for it though, there's probably going to be some money to be made when I'm done with the car today. finishing off the last of the interior components that were removable, and of course I'll use my APC in the steamer with the brush attachment on it, as it just makes such quick work of any sort of dirty or grimy mess. You might look at this cup holder insert and potentially wonder if it could even be cleaned, but in less than a minute I've got it looking brand new again. Now, after having walked past these seriously foggy headlights all day, I figured I'd give them a quick few passes with some of my finishing polish and polisher to at least bring a little bit of clarity back to them, though replacement here would be a smart option. Second last step before this car is done is to grab my best selling glass cleaner and waffle weave towel to clean all the glass inside and out to a streak-free finish. Of course, it's on sale right now over at detailgeekautocare.com, and I can guarantee you that every single person who has ever used this glass cleaner has loved it. No, I'm not kidding. Everyone in my family fights over this stuff and is constantly asking me for more because it's that good. Pick up a bottle of it before it sells out, which has happened several times. Alright guys, well 11 hours later, and I gotta say this Sebring cleaned up really well. The disaster inside this car is completely undone and it's ready for a new life with a new owner now. If you guys enjoyed this transformation, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the huge Black Friday sale on right now over at detailgeekautocare.com. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.